Here we're asked to graph this exponential function, and we're going to have to also give the domain, range, and end behavior. So to start off, I see that I have a k value here of +1, which is going to tell me that my horizontal asymptote is at +1. The other thing that I can tell immediately is that my b value, or the base of my exponent, is a number greater than 1, meaning I'm going to have this exponential growth. But because the a value here, or the number being multiplied, really we can look at this as an a value of -1 times 2 to the power of all that stuff. And since it's negative, I know that I'm going to have a reflection over the x-axis. So I really will have a graph that ends up looking like this if I do all my numbers correct. So let's go ahead and find some good x and y values to plot here. To start, I'm going to go ahead and choose the x value of +3 because that's what will make the exponent 0. So I have -2 to the power of 0 plus 1. 2 to the power of 0 is just 1. Then I multiply that negative to that, and -1 plus 1 is just 0. Now the second value, x value, that I'm going to choose is 4. Because that will make the exponent 1, which again makes our math fairly straightforward here. So my exponent of 1, so 2 to the power of 1 is 2, which is -2 plus 1, which is equal to -1. So my 2 points here are 1, 2, 3, 0, and 4, -1. And then when I graph this, should look like that graph that we originally drew, which I accidentally erased up here. And so that kind of checks out for all of our information there. As far as domain, range, and end behavior, domain is always going to be the same for exponential functions. So I can plug in whatever x value I want. In this case, because it is flipped over the x-axis, my lowest y value goes down towards -infinity. My highest y value is going to be 1, but not including because it never is going to touch that asymptote. And then my end behavior I'm going to do over here on the right. As x goes towards -infinity, and as x goes towards +infinity. So I'm looking for the left side first. I see that as I'm going to the left, it's going up, but it's closer and closer and closer to the y value of 1, or that asymptote. The right side is going down and getting closer to -infinity. So there's my graph, domain, range, and end behavior.